Okay, just waiting. Hey guys, how's it going? All right guys, so I'm just gonna wait. Got a couple more people going on here. Let me guys know if you guys can hear me. All right guys, so welcome to Rolling Hills Asylum, everybody. This is Drew here with you guys. It's just gonna be me tonight, so make sure y'all pray for me hard. We are currently here at Rolling Hills Asylum, so bear with me guys. I'm out here, but we're gonna try to get as much of this caught for you guys as possible. So currently we are here at Rolling Hills Asylum. It is in East Bethany, New York. So if you guys are on the East Coast, I definitely come out and check this place out. We were walking around a little bit earlier and heard some things going around, little things going bump. I actually saw somebody walking across the hallway. So I'd say it leads for an interesting night. So we do have an event going on here currently. We have two of the greatest investigators, Kevin and Pam. They are with two groups at the moment, but they will not be in the areas that we are going to be in. So we are actually going to be setting up, I will be setting up with you guys in the hallway. This hallway here is known as the shadow hallway. So nobody else is on this floor. We have people up on the first floor. We also have people up on the third floor. So we will be down here. I want to say this might be like sub-basement level. Possibly, I could be wrong. So, all right. So with that being said, we will go ahead and get started. So, all right, guys. Welcome to the shadow hallway. I'm gonna try to get a light going so I can at least see, because I will trip and I will fall. So let's not have any injuries tonight.
Shadow hallways up here.
Wow, thank you for that one. So we have
Not a ghost.
not a ghost, but she definitely scared me. One of the workers here at Rolling Hills. Everybody, please say hi. Thank you. So, all right, guys. So down this hallway a little bit, this is known, a lot of people are known to see shadow figures walking the halls, crawlers. However, though, I will say this real quick. When you hear the word crawlers, it sounds intense and it sounds terrifying. Please trust me when I say that, because if I heard a crawler, I'd be running. But you also have to remember that back in the day, this was a hospital, it was an asylum, right? And people were super heavily sedated here. So if you're heavily sedated, you don't have a way to get around. What would be your best way to get around? Crawling, right? So, don't be alarmed. I'm just gonna try to get things set up here. So I'm probably gonna be setting up here, sitting in this desk. I've got a camera here for you guys. And we're gonna go ahead and just sit down in this chair here and just try to see if we don't see anything moving around, guys. Bear with me just a second while I get this set up. I am by myself, so. All right, guys, so. Cool. All right, so this is what we will be basically watching through. I'll turn the light out now. There we go. So as you can see there, it's pretty dark, right? So I have some equipment here. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead, get some equipment set up. Okay, so first things first, I like to set up, and if you guys have been on the live streams with me before, you guys will know that one of my favorite pieces of equipment to use is this fancy, it's called the Flux 2 triangle device. And what this is, it's a response. So, this is one of my favorite ways to communicate with them. As you guys can see here, this is a neutral, so blue is a neutral color. Something that passes on this side. Red means no. You go on that side, green means yes. So that's how that device works there. All right, and what I'll do here, I've even got some cat balls to set up. If anybody knows what these are, they are quite literally exactly that, cat toys. Super cheap to get. You can get them for like a couple bucks. So, yeah. What I'll usually do is I'll set them down the halls. Kids usually love them. It's kind of like a little toy for them. So, let's see. So there's that set up. Oh, yep. See, I just walked by it. So, and then what else I will do is set up a REM pod here behind us. So if anything sets it off back here, well, no, because I was told there's a specific spirit who likes to hang out in this room. And from what I understand, he doesn't like to be bothered, and he likes to keep an eye on people as well. So he might come out and see what we're doing. He may not. I'm just gonna set my phone there for a second while I set this up. Guys, I appreciate you guys bearing with me, and we will get started with this investigation here really soon. Again, I apologize for being by myself, but I do appreciate you guys kind of bearing with me through it all. So, there we go. Cool. So, all right, as you guys can see, I've got the Flux 2 there. And then I also have the cat balls set up down the hall. And then I also have the REM pod there set up behind me. So if anything comes up behind me, we'll hear it. All right. So with that being said, we will go ahead and get started. I'll go ahead and cut the lights out. And we'll get going with this investigation, guys. So again, thanks for tuning in. This is Rolling Hills Asylum, East Bethany, New York. We are currently sitting in the shadow hallway. All right. And we are going to try to see if we can't catch anything. So, if you guys see anything in here. Oh, well, there we go. Already a response. Thank you so much. So, I don't know who's sitting or who came out to say hello to us. So, if you guys can see there, that is a green light that just went off on the Flux. So, I'm going to start off. My name is Drew. I'm an investigator for ghost hunts. And we come into these places because we have people that want to know about the dead. They want to know if you guys can communicate with us, if you're here. And we have people that are online watching right now that want to hear your story. So, if you're wanting to come out and talk with us, you're more than welcome to. We'd actually really love it if you could. You can come out and sit on a chair. I don't know if you guys saw that. I think I just saw an orb that came across the top portion here. So, hi everybody. Hi Jolene. Hi Mom. Hi Diane. So we'll go ahead and start off. Is there any spirits in here right now with us that wanted to come out and talk with us? We would love it if you did. Sorry, Jane. Okay, I did just hear some people talking, but I do know that the people that own the asylum that work here, they are going around and collecting. They had an Easter egg hunt here recently, and they're going around and collecting. So you might see them. If I see them and it's them, they will announce themselves, so that way we know it's them and not a ghost. Now, if we see somebody and they don't announce themselves, well, that's a different story. So. Lucy, I highly recommend you check this place out. It is absolutely incredible. So, hi Hope. Well, if we end up seeing her tonight, we'll let you know that you said hello to her. Hi Jackie. Nice to see you joined. Shauna, this is in East Bethany, New York. Diane, we are currently I am using a Sony night vision camera to record here. Veronica, this is Rolling Hills Asylum in East Bethany, New York. So spirits, is there any way you could give us some sort of a noise that you're here with us? Sorry guys, I lost my train of thought. Can you make that knock just a little louder? I heard it, but I don't know if these guys on here heard it. Can you make it loud enough so they can hear you? Thank you. So I'm hearing a lot of movement around me. I don't know if you guys can, but I can definitely hear it. Are you seeing something towards the end of the hall, Mackenzie? I feel like I'm seeing something towards the right bottom. Like it looks like a dark spot there. Chad, the public can come here. You just have to book a tour either with us or through them. We host tours here all the time. You can check our site out. It's ghosthuntsusa.com. And then Rolling Hills Asylum, which is in East Bethany, New York. Sure, John, I can ask that. So I have people wondering if you're here with us, Roy. If you're here with us, can you make that triangle on that blinking light on the floor? Can you make it go green if you're hanging out with us? So I don't know if you guys know this or not, know the story of Roy. It's actually a really sad story. So I'll tell it. If he ends up wanting me to not talk about it, he can let me know. He can knock or something and I'll stop. But sorry guys, I'm trying to hold the camera still here. My hand's shaking. So Roy was an individual who actually was abandoned here by his family, which is really sad. He's a very sweet spirit, believe it or not. He unfortunately suffers from gigantism. So by the time I think he was 6 years old, sorry, not 6, 12 years old, he was already like 6 feet tall. I know I wish I could be 6 feet. I'm pretty short, but no, it's sad because back in the day, you have people that had mental disabilities, and this used to be a poor farm. So back in the day, you had people that just, if you weren't perfect, you got put somewhere. Oh, see, the green light just went off again. All right, so I guess I'm on the right track then. I appreciate that, guys. And if I'm wrong, feel free to stop me. You can put the red light if I'm wrong about something. Correct me, please. So anyways, you have these people who are suffering and they needed help. And instead of helping them, they shunned them. Which isn't okay because the people that needed the help the most, they didn't get it. And it's sad, you know, and you have an individual like Roy who I heard a story that described it almost like a puppy or a dog. You bring them somewhere and they're super excited and waiting for your arrival to return, and when you don't, they're super confused and they don't understand what they did. And there was nothing wrong with Roy. That's the issue. There was nothing wrong with him. He was just a little too tall. But what's wrong with that? So Roy has stayed here and he's lived pretty much his entire life here. And he's honestly, people like to call him like the gentle giant, which is exactly what he is. He's a love bug. He's like a big teddy bear. He doesn't mean harm. He might startle you because he's a little bit bigger, but he just wants to be loved just like anybody else. He wants that acceptance. And I think that's what everybody here wants. It really is. It's sad. And unfortunately, that's the way our society was. Don't ask, don't tell. And it wasn't fair to them. So guys, we're here and we want to talk with you. We want to hear your story. Oh, sorry, I jumped. Did anybody else hear that? There was a knock that was behind me. Thank you. I will say that the owner of the location, Roy, loves birthdays. And I do believe his birthday is March 4th. I will double check that for you guys, but I do believe the owners here at the asylum, every year they do a birthday party for him. So if you're not following their page, I would make sure that you guys do so, because I wouldn't want to miss out on a birthday celebration like that. So make sure you guys tune in there. Right there at the exit sign that you're seeing, there is a wheelchair down there to the left, the bottom left. So mark if that's what you're seeing. Just letting you know. So. Okay, thank you. Can you guys hear them? Can you guys whistle back? Oh, I just heard a bang above me, actually. I feel like I'm hearing talking. And it sounded like a woman's voice. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. Can you come say hello? Sorry, guys, I had to move my leg. Danny, it is a little terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. I'm currently sitting sitting in this hallway by myself. It's not the greatest time, but you know, making do with it. Kind of telling myself that I'm here with you guys, 280 of you guys. Did you guys see that orb that came down? I think it was actually down this side here. Jacqueline, I will say, it takes a lot of energy to be able to make the slightest noise. So like the slightest little that you guys hear, that was me. It takes a lot of energy. So that's why when you guys are on our events, we always say like the more energy that you guys put into it, the more that you will get out of it, because we very much mean that. The more energy that you guys put, the more that they're able to take. And then the more that they are able to produce. So so orbs can be, you can sometimes when you're looking at these, a lot of the times we'll try to debunk them, whether it's an orb or if it's a dust particle. However, it's a dust particle, they normally will move up or down. But if you see something come up and it flies like up that way, or it comes across this way, or it's just a single one that moves down, 9 times out of 10, it's not a dust particle. Yeah, it's usually an orb. So. We actually don't make any of this up. Everything, we don't falsify anything. We'd actually prefer that if you came here and you didn't get a single piece of evidence, but you had a good time, that's all that we care about. Because at the end of the day, we're not on our time, we're on the Spirit's time. They will do whatever they want when they want. What a lot of people don't say, or when the people are here filming, like the ghost hunting shows and things like that, what they don't tell you is that they spend weeks in these places, days, hours. So when you're in here for 40 minutes or you're on just a quick 30-minute live stream and you don't see anything happen, that's not necessarily meaning that this place isn't haunted. It just means that the spirits just didn't want to talk to you. They didn't want to come out. They didn't want to show themselves. Plain and simple. You can't go into somebody's house and start demanding them to move things or demanding them to show themselves. You wouldn't go into your grandmother's house and start demanding her to make you a cup of coffee or water or anything like that. So you wouldn't go into somebody else's home and do the same thing. You come in here with respect and love, and you will get something out of it. And I can promise you that you will get more out of it when you show them respect and kindness than you will when you come in here demanding for them to do things. When you're a paranormal investigator, it's all about patience. To have the patience to sit here and wait. And if you can't sit here and you can't wait for them, then maybe this is not your cup of tea. But I will not sit here and let people disrespect these spirits. because they've had a hell of a time already, and when they were living, they're not going to get that disrespect when they're dead. Plain and simple. I do hear people coming, though. I will say that. So it could be the people that are the workers here. So exactly. You might, a lot of people, there's a lot of talk, like with negative spirits and things like that. And people automatically assume that if it's negative, it's demonic. And it's like, no, it's not. It's not the case. It may not be. Sometimes so you have negative people in living life, and guess what? They can be the same person in the afterlife as well. So, but you just got to remember that they're people, and they may not have been perfect in, the real world, but they're trying. Grant, no, I have not, but that's definitely on my list for sure. Absolutely, Jackie. When you're patient and then you finally get that hard piece of evidence, it's everything. I can't tell you how many times I've been investigating and I've gotten 2 really good, crazy EVP catches. And I can't tell you, I'll sit in that same spot for hours and hours trying to catch another one, and it won't happen. Yeah, so my battery is fast. It is dying fast. So I will be switching it out. So just bear with me while I switch it out. I've got other batteries here because, believe it or not, guess what I said earlier, right? Spirits love energy. The more energy they get, the more that they will produce. And that thing is draining fast. So it definitely went from 50 something down to 16%. I will definitely go ahead and swap this over. Angel, I've got batteries on batteries on batteries. I got batteries on stack, ready to go. So, oh, don't worry, guys. I got plenty of batteries left. So, I'm gonna go ahead. Bear with me, guys. I'm gonna set the camera there while I swap these out. So, spirits, I just want to say thank you for the ones so far that have been talking to us, coming through. Yep, I just turned the light on, guys, so I can see. If you guys see anything, though, I may not be. They usually like to show themselves when you're not paying attention, so I'm not paying attention, but they might show themselves. So if you guys see anything, please comment in the comment section. Comment what you see. If you see some movement, call it out. There we go. Okay. All right, guys. We're back. Jeez, it's like they're killing my batteries in my pack. It was a fully charged one, but at least we're at 83. We're good for a while. All right, so let's check these comments. You guys heard that knock? Oh, I just heard that. I don't know if you guys heard that, but it sounded like something either fell, but it was like way in the distance. It actually sounded like it was like, I don't know if you guys, way down the hall. So if you guys can you guys come out and can you guys light up that triangle for me, please? Actually, you know what? Let's play a game. sounded like something moving in the ceiling. I kind of moved a little bit because I got a little nervous and a little scared. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's terrifying when you're in here and you're by yourself. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to move. It is a little terrifying though. I'm not going to lie. Definitely sounded like something moving in the ceiling though. That's for sure. So spirits, let's play a game. All right. Triangle there on the floor. Left side is red. The right side of it is green. Red means no. Green means yes. I'm going to ask questions, all right? So, hi, David. So the pyramid on the floor, it's called a Flux 2 triangle device. Basically what it is it's a device that they can communicate with us in a yes or no format. You ask yes or no questions, and one side lights up red. The other side lights up green. Here, I'll walk up to it and display it again for you guys, for those who are just joining us. So when you come up to it here, one side of it lights up red, and then the other side lights up green. So it's kind of like a yes or no. Red means no, green means yes. So, and I also had set up some cat balls around here too. So if those move, I've also have a REM pod set up behind me here. And basically, I don't know, a lot of you guys would know this, but yeah, anything that touches it, it'll set it off or disrupts the field. It sets off an electromagnetic field. Anything that crosses it, it'll set that off. So if something comes up behind that door, we'll hear it. I'm not looking forward to it if it happens. I might turn into a track star. Who knows? All right. Maria, that's true. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead. All right, so spirits, we'll go ahead and ask the first question, pretty basic one. Was this place ever used as a farm, like a home? Okay, thank you. I don't know if you guys heard that. There was a little knock. Sounded like a pipe actually behind me. Yes, Mom, thanks for the pipes. Yep. Is there any children spirits that live here? Oh, there was another knock. I don't know if you guys had heard that one. Oh, and another one. Thank you guys so much. Wow, now you guys are getting super active. There's a couple taps here and there. Oh, yep, right above me. Thank you guys. So, would you guys rather communicate with knocks then, instead of the devices? I can hear somebody walking. All right, so I'll let you guys go ahead. If you guys throw up questions into the comment section, I will go ahead and ask those questions out loud, and we'll see if any of these spirits want to communicate with you guys. So any kind of questions that you guys have, I will do my best to try to answer a few of them or ask a few of them for you. Normally, yes. Normally, I would get out there and involve, but I'm also trying to. Normally, I have at least one or two other people with me helping me out, but it is just me tonight. So I am currently just sitting here, so that way you guys can see it through the night vision camera. Otherwise, you guys would be looking at a dark hallway like this, and well, let's face it, that's no fun. So that is exactly why I'm sitting here. Oh, Sound like a door slammed somewhere else in the building. That could have been another group though, so we'll leave that one out. All right, guys, so some of these questions are now coming through. All right, everybody's wanting to know about Roy. Can you guys let me know if there is a spirit here named Roy? Okay, so I think there is a group coming down. Yeah, you can see their lights down there at the end of the hallway there. Are you guys coming down? Okay. So, obviously nobody. Thank you. Thank you for that. That just went off behind me, and nobody else is behind me. So that was interesting. Thank you guys for that. Can you guys do that again, please? Can you set that off or touch it? Can you guys do that again? There's actually a spirit who normally will walk through on the other side there, and he'll black out those windows in that small hole that you see. Okay. I guess they're not going to do that again. Spirits, can you set that off again? If that was you, can you set it off? Okay. So we were distracted by the group. And that's when they started to show. He probably actually heard me talking about the group and wanted to come out and see what I was talking about. From what I understand, he's a nosy old man. Sorry, I don't mean that with any disrespect. That was just what somebody else told me. Okay, hold on a second, guys. Oh. It's going off again. And I haven't moved. Nobody's behind me, obviously. Thank you so much. Can you turn it off? Can you step away? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my God, that was amazing. You guys all witnessed that. So that was a run pod going off. Pam, you're good. I'm setting up in the shadow hallway, so you guys are totally good. Thank you so much. Wow, this is amazing. Holy excuse me. Can you guys thank you for doing that? Can you okay, thank you.
Okay, sure, thank you.
Could you hear the run pod going off from where you're at?
I did not hear the REM pod going off at all. I was up on the...
Pam, it's going off right now. Can you turn it off, please? You hear it? Jesus. Okay, thank you so much. Wow, you're definitely letting us know that you're here now. Yeah, and I haven't moved. So, there you guys have it. It just goes to show patience is a virtue. We are not on our time. We are strictly on their time, and they will communicate when they are ready. So thank you guys so much for that. I really, truly appreciate you guys. I know that it took a lot for you guys to make that go off, and I appreciate it. And I know that these guys here appreciate it. And you just proved to us that you guys are here, and and you guys exist. So thank you. So we'll come back. We'll come back to this way and see if we get anything on here. Shauna, this is called Rolling Hills Asylum. It is located in East Bethany, New York. So this, I would highly recommend that you guys check this place out. The activity here is crazy. Look at that. Thank you guys so much. Jesus, now you guys are really starting to come out. Wow. So I'll wait till that goes back to blue actually before I ask this next question. Okay, now it's neutral. So spirits, this is for you guys. And I'm sorry. I keep calling you guys spirits. You know what? My apologies. You guys aren't spirits. You guys are friends. At this point, I don't feel threatened by you guys, and I really hope that you guys don't feel threatened by me. So I'm going to call you guys friends, if that's okay with you guys. You guys are now my friends. So friends, if you guys can, could you let me know if you guys would appreciate it if people would come and visit you and talk with you? Would you guys like that? Actually, yeah, I think I might have set him off a little bit, and now he's like, yeah, not an old man. I'm very much here. Here I am. So, David, I actually left them over my case in the other room, down the other side of the building. I just grabbed trigger objects. So I might end up doing another area with them. So, ooh, excuse me, Ryan. Yes. So the black thing, if you're talking about the thing that is, sorry, that's down there. That is what is a wheelchair? Wow, I lost my train of thought so bad. Yes, Maria, thank you. It is a wheelchair at the end of the hall. So, friends, are you at peace now? Have you found peace? There was a knock there. Oh, there's another knock there behind me. Thank you. Rachel, you're absolutely right. Not all spirits want to be friends. However, 9 times out of 10, they just want the respect and the appreciation and the love that they never received. So if I can show them and they can feel that by me just saying that they're my friends, then by all means, I will. Because when I come into these places, I don't mean any disrespect. I don't mean any kind of harm. When I come in, I try to show them as much love and light as I can. And that's any place. It doesn't have to be just an asylum. I'm the same way when I go into prisons, when I go into haunted houses. I am the same way when I go into the Conjuring house. And I've investigated that place numerous times. You never want to be angry with them because if you show them, I believe in karma. What you show them, you'll get back tenfold. You just want to be respectful. People, when they're alive, people make mistakes. We all do. We're human. I don't care who you are. There's not a single person on this earth that's perfect. That's never made a mistake. That's never treated anybody badly. And it's like they've got enough shit that they dealt with in their lifetime that it's the afterlife. You gotta go give them light. You can't be hateful to them. Because I'm sure at one point in your life, there was something that you did that wasn't the best judgment call. David, I'd recommend that you go. I'm not a fan of the Conjuring house, just because I've had enough experiences in there. But if you've never been, I highly recommend that you check it out at least once to just cross it off your bucket list to say that you've been there. So, Nina, so I have been to the Hinsdale. It's funny, I was just talking to somebody about that earlier. It seems to be that the Hinsdale house is always being brought up around me. The Hinsdale house, I've been there, and I absolutely will not go back, unless I absolutely have to. But otherwise, I try not to. I've had a crazy experience at the Hinsdale house that I've just completely chose not to go back. So the Hinsdale house is 1,000 times worse than the Conjuring house, in my personal opinion. The Conjuring house has got its rep because the movie was about it. But if you want actual history, you want evidence of that, check the Hinsdale house out. That's also another location that we have there. Nina, I wouldn't doubt it. That place, it's definitely, it's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. Some of the investigators and I that went there that night, we didn't stay there the whole night, needless to say, and we only went there for one night, and that was enough. So, yeah, definitely check that out, if that's your thing. Oh, I just heard that again. I don't know if you guys heard that. Not necessarily. Sometimes spirits, usually if they find the light, they found peace. Yes, absolutely. But there are some that choose to stay. Sometimes it's, they don't have to die in this place to come back. Sometimes this might have been like a happy memory that they might have had at one point in their life, and they've chose to come back and continue to live their days out here. It honestly just depends. Yes, we absolutely can. So spirits, if you're still with us, can you give us a noise? We hear the knocks. We appreciate those, but can you give us something else? Like set one of these objects off, one of these toys off? I don't know if there's any children's spirits, but if there are, we've set some toys out for you guys if you guys want to come play with us. You're more than welcome to. Corey, there are actually no animals here, believe it or not. This place is it's not functioning as an asylum, but it is very well kept up. The owners here have done an incredible job at fixing this place up. And I can tell you right now, there's no signs of animals. You might see a spider, because I saw a massive spider in the basement earlier and almost jumped into one of the employees' arms. But no, there is no animals. There's not even like animal droppings in the building at all. So, what do you want me to walk down? Okay. I'll tell you what, from what I understand, if you walk halfway down this hallway and turn around, 9 times out of 10, you should be able to see some things. So, we'll put that to the test then. So, all right, spirits, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start heading out. You guys, they don't believe that you guys are here anymore. So we're going to just walk down. Oh, oh my goodness. Anybody who knows me, I get startled very easily. So, yeah. He said if you walk about halfway down, stop, you should see stuff. So I am here and talking, but there's other, I think, those are some of the workers. Yeah, those are some of the other workers. So I'm trying to hold still. Sorry, I'm trying to pin my arms to the side here. So if you guys can you guys come out of your guys' rooms? Your doors are open. You guys are, feel free. Gotta lean up to this. Just because I walk down to the other side doesn't mean that they're not here. Spirits are around you 24/7. You just don't know it. That's the crazy thing. All right, guys, so well, if you guys want, might take you guys down to Roy's room. If you guys want to go check out his room. Yep. That battery sure is dying quick. It's alright though. It's only halfway still. And I have about like 4 or 5 more battery packs in my bag, so it's all good. Yes, Mackenzie, those voices are from another group there. They're not the spirits, so. Maria, that's a fact, boy. They love to drain these batteries. From watching it drop number by number. Yes, Janet, so the voices you were hearing is another group. But I am probably going to pack up some of this stuff. And what we'll do is we'll go set up in Roy's room. Okay, so we'll head back down the halls. Hold on here. Let me get a light so I can see. Because I will trip over complete air. That's a fact. I'm kind of accident prone. There we go. There's a light. All right, cool. All right. So those spirits that are in this hall, I just want to personally say thank you. Because I know that it was took a lot for you guys to make as much activity. And actually, wow, didn't realize that. So here's a doll room. And I'm terrified of dolls, and I was sitting right by it. But yeah, so, fun fact about this, they actually set this up for Zach Baggins, because he's terrified of dolls, so this is his special room. I actually found a little bit of humor in that, to be completely honest. So, but, yeah, so, alright, guys, we'll go ahead to a different area completely. I'll actually just have the phone set up there for you guys. Anything weird happens, you guys can definitely shout it out. That is me setting off the REM pod. There we go. So what we'll do, I'm gonna grab all this equipment and we'll go talk to Roy and we'll see if he wants to talk with us. Here, there's another one that I set up somewhere. Alright. So again, same thing. If you guys are seeing anything, movement-wise on the hall, or whatever, feel free to call it out in the comments there. So, there. Cool. Good to go. Okay. All right, let's go find Roy's room. So I'll try to keep the camera as still as possible. I am walking, so keep that in mind. I think you can go down here. If I get lost, bear with me.
Going on, man?
How's it going?
How you doing?
Oh, you guys are doing a group session out here. Okay, where's your voice room? Are people in there?
Yeah.
All right. We'll come back, guys. They're doing a group session. I just interrupted them. That's my fault. So we'll go set up somewhere else. But I promise I will take you guys to Roy's room before we are through. So just stay with me, bear with me, guys. We'll get back. Okay, better yet, change of mind. I'll take you guys to the morgue. Okay, it is terrifying down here, so please, please bear with me. Because again, I am by myself, so, Okay, so, this is the way to the morgue, as you guys can see. I know a lot of people are like, abandoned building, it's not that scary. Well, when you're here by yourself, it is terrifying. So, welcome to the morgue. Okay, so, let's set the camera up there. So, I will do it. Wow, it is freezing down here. Okay. So, this is the morgue. Jackie will make sure that we say hello to the doctor there for you. So, quick little tour. Okay, are we back? There we are. I apologize. Okay, we're just gonna go back up to the same spot. I had zero service down there, so that's what I apologize, guys. So, we'll just go back to the same spot. As soon as the groups are done, we'll go and we'll sit in Roy's room for a little bit. I would have stayed in the morgue. I had zero service there though, so unfortunately, that's not gonna work for us. So we'll just come right back down to the shadow hall and hang out with these guys again. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I'm very out of shape. So, okay. We'll just come back down here and hang out with these guys again. I actually think this is probably a really good setup that we had going on here. So, personally, we'll just keep it up then. So, again, I apologize for not going into the morgue. However, it wouldn't have been fun for you guys because my service would have cut out. So, we'll just do the same setup then, I guess. This time, we'll probably just put a REM pod down and see if that will set some things off for us. All right, let's see here. Alright guys, that is me. Hold on, I apologize. Oh, okay. Come on. Should reset. Let me set it down. Can you turn it off? There. There we go. Cool. Now that that's done. Hey Jack, is that you? Jack, if that's you, can you make it stop, please? Jack. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. So that's set up. You see it. Cool. Okay, Jack. Thank you. So, for those, okay. Same setup, guys. The REM pod is basically there in front of the door. And then I also have the Flux 2 device there. So, actually, I better have an idea. You guys can see it better. There. Up on a chair, that way. Well, you guys should see that better now. Alright, should go back to blue. Any second. Patricia, we do host events here. Our events are all night, so they go from 8:30 p.m. to about 4 in the morning. All right, cool. So that's black. Sorry, back to being neutral. All right, so those of you who are wondering who Jack is, Jack is actually the individual who I called a old man earlier. He's the individual who hangs out in that room. So Jack, I'm gonna ask you a question here, and you can answer me if you want. But, do you miss your wife? Is that why you paced the hall? Trinity, Wisconsin. We actually just got a really good location out there called Sheboygan Asylum. Definitely check that place out. That one is a good one. Go spend some time in the morgue down there. EVPs are phenomenal in the morgue. Yeah, I had the honors of being able to investigate that place, and that place is off the charts as far as activity goes. So definitely make sure you check it out. Tyler, I highly recommend you come out and check out Rolling Hills. Ashley, have I heard any more noises? I'm hearing knocks as we speak. Above me, behind me, next to me. So, yes, Diane actually was with me when I was working Sheboygan. So if you guys are there and you saw Diane, she was a great investigator. So, time to change the battery again. So give me just a few seconds. I'm going to go ahead and swap these batteries out again. Iowa, I think if I'm not mistaken, Squirrel Cage Jail is in Iowa. I think it's in Council Bluffs, Iowa. We have that location there, Jade. That one's another good one as well. If you're looking for a good place. So, same, Diane, same. You were great, absolutely great. You and everybody else that I met that night were awesome to work with, so truly honored to work with you guys. Jesus, this battery was at 43%. Let's see what this one's at. Let's see if there's any better here. Danny, yes, Eastern State Penitentiary is amazing. I actually haven't had the honors to investigate that place. I don't know if they do paranormal tours there. We actually don't have that one as a location. We used to. But from what I understand, that place, as far as activity-wise, is phenomenal. I actually went there and just toured it just as a history tour and going through and taking photos there, and I absolutely loved it. I would definitely go back. That's for sure. So. Okay. Give me a second, guys. Sorry. Some of these batteries are dying a lot faster than anticipated. Cool. We are back up and running. Okay, so go back. Alrighty, guys. Here we go. We are back up and rolling. Susan, we are currently working on getting locations in the South. Stay tuned. Make sure to keep an eye out on our site as we launch more dates. We actually just launched a new one in the South. Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. The Alcatraz of the South is what it's known as. Otherwise known as the end of the line. So we have dates launched for that one. So if you guys are in the South or in Tennessee area, definitely make sure that you book your tickets for that one, because you do not want to miss out on a ghost hunt there. That place, off the chains. Completely. 100%. Patricia, we do have spots in Virginia, I do believe. I'm hearing some knocks moving around in that other room. Can you come out and say hello to us? Good night, Jackie. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging with us. Candy, I don't always record. Sometimes I just have the camera up and post it just so that way you guys can see through the camera and see the night vision. Just because of the fact that, yep, that's what you guys would be looking at, and it's not as fun. So I have it here. Sometimes I hit record, sometimes I don't. So it just depends on my mood, to be completely honest. Tyler, yes, Moundsville is amazing. Absolutely. We did a live stream event at West Virginia State Penitentiary back last month in March, I do believe. That place is crazy. For sure, activity. I don't think there was a second that it wasn't quiet. Bangs, knocks, they definitely let you know that they're there. So check that one out. That's another location. All right, spirits, can you let us know that you're here? These people online, they're kind of starting to think I'm a little crazy. They think you guys left. Can you guys do me a favor and knock? Can you let us know what room you're in? Was it behind the chair, Danny? I feel like I've been seeing movement, like dark shadow spots, kind of towards the back of the hall, toward the right, toward the bottom. Oh, did you guys hear that bang? Or that knock? Thank you. Yes, Ashley, absolutely. I feel like I should be checked in sometimes. Corey, it's, believe it or not, what's fun, so it's funny that you asked that. So, funny story. I was actually at Eloise, I'd say a few weeks ago. I was down there with another investigator that works for us, and I was doing photos down there, and we were in the basement getting the photos done for that last bit. And we heard what sounded like to us a male peeing in the tunnel. We sounds crazy, I know, but we heard it literally from a man just standing and taking a leak from beginning to midstream to like literally the end of it. And there's people working on the building that day, and I just assumed somebody went in the tunnel to take a leak. And when we went in there to do the photos, because we waited for him to come out and nobody came out, we waited about a good 10-15 minutes, and finally we're like, okay, well, we need to go in there. So we went in to do the photos, and there was no footprints. There was no sign of anybody. There was puddles throughout the tunnel, not a single footprint, and not a single splash mark from somebody pissing either. So that was interesting. And that very same day, I heard somebody running toward me in the tunnel. Literally 5 minutes after taking the photos down there, heard somebody running, and I ran. I'm not gonna lie. I became a track star, and I ran right into a pipe and almost knocked myself out completely. So that was fun. So needless to say, if I ever hear a ghost using the bathroom, I will never go after it. I will never try to go in that area. I will avoid it at all costs. So that was an interesting experience, to say the least. Wow. Yep. So they they acknowledged that. Thank you for that. I'm sure you guys got a laugh out of that one. So that just went green. I am sorry to hear that. However, these live streams that we do, we usually keep them saved on our page. So if it's not working for right now, you can always go back and check it out and rewatch it over and over. So yes, Diane, Eloise Asylum is definitely terrifying, to say the least. Tunnels are definitely terrifying. I have not been to the Bel Air house. So I do hear the other group talking. So be prepared for that. They might be coming up again. or switching to a different area. So, Elizabeth, so the device that I have on the chair there, it's called a flux to response device. It's a triangle. And basically what it means, or what that does, is one side lights up green and the other lights up red. Right now, as you can see, it's kind of flashing blue. And blue is like a neutral color. So when it lights up green, that green means yes. And when it lights up red, that means no. So what we usually do is we ask questions in like a yes or no format, and they will basically answer using the color system there. And they can either stand on each side of it, put their hand on it, touch it, things like that. I'll show you real quick what it does here. So, and you guys are able to purchase these as well. I mean, this is actually one of my favorite devices. So as you can see, you have one side here that's green. You light up the other side, red. So it has these little senses here that are on both sides. And then it makes those sounds as well. So give it a second. It'll switch back to blue. Blue is a neutral. That's usually when you know that you're good to ask questions, things like that. I usually will wait until it's blue before I go and ask my question again. So, all right, we're just gonna sit back up here. So friends, I noticed that you lit that thing up, that triangle up, when I was telling the story of Eloise. Did you guys find humor in that? I bet you guys did. I bet you guys are getting a laugh out of that. That's fine. If it's making you happy, that's perfectly okay with me. Yes, Kevin, I do use spirit boxes. I'm personally not a fan of them. I'm just a complicated person. I can't stand the little sound that it does. So I personally don't use them. But I will say, if I had to, I would prefer a spirit box over a Phasma box, just because of the fact that I feel like it's more of an accurate result when you get responses from a spirit box. So, oh, there was a little knock. Selena, I apologize if I butchered that name. So yes, there's been times that I've walked into some of these places and I get nauseous, or I get like that stomach sickness. They can affect you in all different types of ways. You don't have to be a psychic or clairvoyant or anything like that to have experiences. I've walked into a place and just stood in an area, and all of a sudden I started feeling nauseous. I moved away from that area or step outside, I start to feel fine again. There's times where if you walk into a certain area, your chest starts to hurt. Don't think you're dying because a lot of the times that's just a way your spirit is communicating with you. It's almost like, for instance, if they died of a heart attack and all of a sudden you start feeling this tightness in your chest, that's just them letting you know that they're there for one, and that's just how they died. It's just a way of them communicating. There's times where you can walk into an area and all of a sudden you just feel really sad out of nowhere and you could cry. That's just another way that the spirits can have an effect on you. I've seen people, for instance, the Conjuring House, I've watched a group of people, super close family, laughing, joking, and then all of a sudden angry and fighting and arguing with each other. And that's something that's out of the normal for them. That's another way that spirits can have an effect on you. So it's honestly just, it all depends. So you can get anything from feeling sick to feeling emotions to just quite about anything. It's just how they respond to you. Jack, if you're here with us, I feel like you're definitely in the back room watching us and listening. Oh, the REM pod here just went off. It's clicking. You guys can hear that, right? So Jack, they're wanting to actually speak with you. If you want to come out and speak with us, you're more than welcome to. Please feel free to. So the thing is beeping. Can you guys hear that? There it goes. So Jack, can you tell us if you died here? If you passed away here? Yes, there could be the temperature changing as well. It is getting colder out over here. But a lot of the times too, if the temperature is changing, a lot of the times that's the spirits coming in or coming out. So we'll just wait and see if Jack wants to come out and say hello. A lot of times people have seen him pacing, covering up the doors, things like that. So. Jack, can you come out and say hello to us? So Jack, I hear that, from what I understand, people think that you pace because you missed your wife. Is that true? You can come out and say hello. I promise we won't hurt you. We don't mean any harm. We just want to talk with you, that's all. Thank you so much, Jack. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Somebody just called on the radio.
Sorry, that was me. And then I got startled. Thank you, Jack.
It's okay, just check in, making sure you're okay.
All good, we're just speaking with Jack. So Lisa, this device over here that's going off right now is actually the REM pod. So the device that's over here that turns red and green, that device is over there. So nobody's messing with that one, but they sure are messing with the REM pod. So Jack, if that was you, can you make the REM pod go off again? If that was a different spirit setting that off, can you make it go off again? Please? Jesus. Thank you. This is incredible. Thank you so much. Gosh, I feel like the hairs on the back of my neck are standing up now. Huh. So, okay. Are you a child spirit? Are you playing around with us? If you guys see any of those windows kind of like get darker, call it out in the comments, please. Because I'm looking more at the REM pod, so I'm not paying attention to those windows. But if you guys see those windows getting dark again, let me know. Because that's Jack pacing again. He's known to do that. So that's why they always say to make sure to watch those windows there, the squares and that little hole towards the bottom. Because he'll block those out. Oh, there was another knock. Did you guys hear that? Yes, it is currently just me by myself here. And with you guys. So that's what's keeping me going. Now, honestly, guys, if I'm gonna be honest, there's some things that do startle me here just a little bit. That's just because if I'm walking by and all of a sudden there's a knock by a room that I'm about to pass, I'm not expecting it, it's gonna startle me. But if I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, there's no way in hell I'd be able to sit here by myself in the Conjuring house, the Hinsdale house. There's certain buildings I've been to, Crescent Sanatorium. If you asked me to sit in the building, F building or End of Life building, wouldn't do it. Places do terrify me, but this is not one of them. I don't feel threatened when I'm sitting here in the hallway. I get startled, but I mean, I think anybody would. But I can honestly sit here and say that I feel fine. Like, I don't feel threatened by them. I don't feel like I need to run or anything like that. It is cold, but what do you expect? One, we're in New York, upstate New York. And two, we're in an abandoned building and it's haunted. You got spirits here, so. But I would definitely come check this place out if you guys haven't yet. Oh, that's going off again. Yep, so if you guys saw something in the windows, it's probably Jack. So, Jack, can you wave to them in the window? They say that they're seeing you in that right window. Can you go ahead and wave? Or peek your head in? Can you block out that bottom hole? They always say when the dark gets darker. Yeah, Selena, normally I have people that come with me. Or if there's usually like extras, I'll usually we have extra investigators for a night, I'll usually steal one of them to come with me. I'm not a fan of doing these on my own. So this is the first live that I've done on my own, by myself in an area. But I'd say we're doing pretty good, if I'd say so. So if there's spirits here, so can you let us know? Can you, if Jack is in there pacing, can you set the REM pod off and let us know? Oh, I think I just saw something actually go past the right window. Did anybody else see that? Or is it just me? Because I saw something completely blacked it out, like for a second. It's like something moved right past it. Daryl, it doesn't have to be dark. I've actually, I've walked through buildings during the daytime to do photos and stuff, videos, things like that. Just walkthroughs, and I've had, I've had things going off. I've had knocks. Sorry, that was I have a walkie on me. So it doesn't always have to be dark. The dark, people just automatically assume like it's nighttime, the ghosts come out to play, but that's not always true. So, I usually say when the dark gets darker, it's not necessarily meaning like nighttime. It's just usually if you're looking somewhere, right, and you're sitting there and you're watching, and you start to notice like a shadow almost, and it's like in a corner, and it starts to get darker and darker, that's because something is forming. Usually when we say when the dark gets darker, start taking photos. There's things that we like to call like little fireflies. And it's like these little bursts of light. And what it is, it's little bursts of energy. And when you start to see those, they're like little lights. Not the lightning bug. I know what a firefly lightning bug is. But it's just these little bursts of energy. And usually when you see those, we always say, if you see it, start taking photos because 9 times out of 10, you're going to capture a shadow figure. Because with those balls of light like that, that's energy and that's forming. So something is forming. Oh, there it goes again. Thank you so much, spirits.
Yes, it's planned for a break.
Is it free roam?
Coming down.
So there is a lot of activity just within this one corner here tonight, guys. I am so glad that you guys are seeing all of this goodness. Believe it or not, this is actually my first time here at Rolling Hills investigating this place. I've never been to this place before except for today. And I can say, I'm very impressed. This place, I would definitely come back. I would come back and investigate this without a doubt in my mind. The activity that we're getting tonight is phenomenal. Is there an adult here that's setting off the REM pod? If you are an adult, can you set it off again to confirm that? Is Jack setting it off right now? Oh, I just heard a loud something like walking above me almost. Are you a male? Or are you a female?
Sue, how are you doing?
Jesus. Thanks for scaring the shit out of me, Pam. Thank you so much. I'm doing good. I'm still set up in the shadow hallway. We're getting crazy activity down here.
We're going to be coming down there in about 20 minutes to do a session.
Highly recommend trigger objects because this REM pod is going off like fucking crazy.
Okay.
Like over by where Jack would pace, I just have the REM pod set up and it's going off right now. Like it's been going off left and right and it's on command. I've asked him to stop. He'll step away. So yeah, do that. Is that you, Jack? Do you want Pam to come down here? Do you like Pam? Hold on. Pam, do me a favor. If you have a few minutes, can you come down here for a second? Yeah, absolutely. I'll step away from it.
Yes, I just have to use the bathroom.
We think that the spirits hear your name, and that's why it's going off. So I stepped away from it, and as you guys can,
Lovely. We just had a crazy session up on the third floor.
as you guys can see, I've stepped away, and it's still going off, and I'm nowhere. I'm not even near it now. Yeah. So whenever you have, the people in the comments are even saying like they like it when it hears your voice. So I'm assuming it's one of you. So feel free to come down and join us, Pam. Can you step away from the REM pod? Thank you. There you guys go. Was there a nurse that works here named Pam? Can you confirm that? All right, so I'll step back over to it. Oh, I'll just sit by the flux machine there. I'm gonna sit on this chair. That way, I'm still not super close to it, but as you can see, the camera's set up there, so. So, is it Pam that you're wanting? You want Pam to come down and say hi? Can you do me a favor and set it off again? Seems like you like that toy, so by all means, if you want to play with it, go for it. Oh, man, it is cold. Can you make it beep once for us? Just a single beep? Are you a young girl? A child? Like a little girl? Say maybe 6 years old? Do you need a nurse? Do you need help? I just heard a noise. It sounded like it was actually coming from that room in there. And that's the doll room. Can you come back out and play with us? We're really lonely now. Would you like to come out? We could play a game. Only if you want, though. Only if you want. I do actually. I have a cat ball here. Let me see. Get it out here. Let's see here. Here we go. Yeah, okay. So it works. So as you guys can see there. So I did from the head. As you can see, it's a cat ball right there. That's about it. So okay.
You're gonna come up. Don't get scared.
Okay, hurry because obviously they're excited now. So. Well, Pam's coming. She's gonna come see you. If you're excited to see Pam, can you set that off again? I'm so glad you announced me because I swear to God, if I heard that, I would have took it off running. The fucking footsteps. All right, guys, so Pam is coming.
Whoa. What the hell was that?
Yep, that's them. Try being down here by yourself, Pam. Yeah.
Did you hear that bang?
Yeah,
behind
that's
you?
been
Is that
left and
what's up?
right. Yeah, so pump a squat there, Pam.
I got a couple minutes.
You're good. So that has been going off left and right. That thing. And these guys on the live seem to think that it has something to do with you because it seemed to go crazy every time that you would
Well, that's your
radio. Well, you won't mind it though.
Okay.
Yeah, every time that you would radio and hear your voice, that thing would start going off like crazy. So they're like, I wonder if it's Pam. So I'm like,
Sure,
okay.
radio set it off.
No, because I actually walked away from it too to test it out, and then it was going off, and I'm like, can you stop? Stopped it immediately. So I was like, okay, there you guys go.
So now I'm here.
Oh, everybody's saying hi, Pam.
Hi. Can you turn it on for me? Please? I can't believe you're sitting in this hallway by yourself.
Yeah, it's been terrifying. I mean, I don't feel threatened by them. I get startled, but actually, for the most part, to be completely honest with you, it actually hasn't been that bad. I'm just freezing. I'm very cold.
We were up on the 3rd floor, up in by the nurses area, and we're introducing ourselves. And there's one of the guests, and he wouldn't say his name because he's been here before. And I said, "Do you recognize him? What is his name?" He says, "I'm not going to say my name until they do." And I said, "Is there a Steve? Is there Steve here?" And I thought it was a spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And the fast box says Steve, and his name is Steve.
Oh, man.
But here's even something better. I was talking to them downstairs, and apparently there is a spirit named Steve up there in that room. And at the same time, something came out of the closet and went behind me, and they said that that's what he does, and he stands up against you.
That's creepy.
Yeah, I know. It was quite creepy, actually. It was kind of interesting up there. But we're actually going to be coming into this hallway, and
Are you guys shy now that Pam's here? Jack, are you shy? I feel like Jack's been the one that's setting that off. I know that he's normally in that room. They've actually been seeing him walking past the window too.
oh yeah,
They've seen a whole thing.
Watch underneath that door.
Oh, I've been seeing the footsteps. Yeah, that's why I've been telling them, like, if you see any of those windows black out with that small circle there, and they commented in there that they were watching it black out. It's the right window that would always black out. They saw a hand, a head.
Yeah.
So
Steve apparently follows people around the building. He doesn't leave. He stays here. He likes it here. It's his home.
all right, friends. Pam came down to see you, and now she's got to head back. So make sure to tell her goodbye.
What was that?
Oh, that's been going off like crazy. The knocks here, this room, that room. Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be fun because
Oh.
I'm doing census next.
Yeah. Oh, I would, because this hallway is going to be going off nonstop. That REM pod, I set it up behind me because I had the camera facing the other way. And that was going off. That went off a couple different
Did you
times.
put a light in there?
No. That's their light that they set up in there.
Oh.
They did that because of the fact that they would see shadows going in there. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a quick break. We're going to switch to a different area. I'm going to charge up some of these batteries. Pam's going to come down here with a group, and we might actually go to a completely different area.
Why don't you should go up to the nurses area where I had electroshock therapy area up in that hallway. Ooh, where should he go? Where should you go?
Where do you guys think? I can't go to the morgue. We were trying that already and completely lost service. So, you think I should go to the nurses area, electroshock therapy area, or Roy's room? A lot of people want me with Roy's, so I told them I'd show them there.
Okay.
So, but go ahead, comment. I'll let you guys comment, vote it in. Roy's or the nurses area, and I will make sure to go back. Tammy says be careful, Drew and Pam. Oh, somebody already said Roy's room.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Alright guys, thank you again, Spirits, for all the activity that you guys produced in this hallway. Make sure to keep it up for the next group that comes in.
Alright, I'm gonna get my stuff. I was supposed to do recordings too, but I was gonna do a Zoom.
Alright guys, Thanks again for hanging out, and make sure to stay tuned because we should be right back. Give us about 15-20 minutes to take a break and get going.